Right, how y'all doing? I've just whipped out my phone to do the opening of the vlog. It's now about 4 o'clock in the morning, and we've finished the Destiny update and I finished the stream. The stream ran for like 11 or 12 hours. The update to install Destiny 2 on my PlayStation 4 took around, as a guesstimate, after looking at the stream, I haven't said this is exactly what I finished playing to exactly when I launched the update, but it was between 9.5 and 10 hours to install Destiny 2 on the PlayStation 4. I've set up cross save. I've moved over my human titan from Destiny 1 up to Destiny 2. Cross save that I've got to see the cute little intro it did to say like, hey, these are the things that you did in Destiny 1, which was kind of cute. Like, it mentioned dates, like this is when you first did Blackguard, and this is when you and Stu Vlog and Divine took out Crota, and all that kind of stuff. It's a bit sad because it didn't mention Inky in any of them either, and you could quite clearly see when me and Divine stopped playing Destiny together because when I started playing Taken King, that was pretty much when we last played together. It didn't even mention that we'd finished Rise of Iron in it, and I was like, you know what, I don't really care, to be honest with you at this point. It's moved over Team Iron Brew the clan as well, which has kind of bugged me a bit. I'd have rather it hadn't moved over the clan, but you know, because I don't know if I can do anything with the clan. I think the clan is in Divine's name, like I think he's the admin of it, so I don't know if I can actually invite other players, which might mean that you'll have to disband the clan, but we'll see. And then I shoot some folks on stream. It was mainly Annie, I think, at this point, because Ash Toasty had raided me whilst I was downstairs. I just basically shoot it on Stadia. It's just literally a case of hit the button and it launches, and there is a bit of input lag on there. I just shoot the menus, kind of like moving up and down on the analog stick to select your character kind of thing. There is a little bit of lag there, but I'll tell you what, I'll take a little bit of lag over waiting 9 hours to install the game. You know what I mean? So, and the loading times seem to be way better on Stadia than they are on the console. So I will take improved load times and not having to install updates over, over a bit of a slightly faster inputs on the thing. Yeah, I had to kind of tot up roughly how long the update took, because I come up here at 2 o'clock in the morning and it still wasn't done. It still had about 10 gigs left, and I went back downstairs, let the dog out, and then just sat with the dog, because bless him, he's obviously just got to go working. She's going to be up in an hour, so I didn't really want to disturb her. I came up and finished the stream, but Jesus Christ, all that to transfer over a character, and now that I'm locked in that clan, I don't really know if that's the character I want to transfer, but at least now I'll be able to do it. It was nice seeing those little dates come up at the start. I'm really looking forward to hopping into Destiny 2. I'm late to the party as always, but damn it, I'm looking forward to it. Fuck, I think the first time I jumped into Destiny is still on YouTube as well, because I did that with there's a little clip of me and Dulane playing somewhere. Anyway, right, I'll see you in a bit. It's morning. It's not a particularly bright morning, but hey! Welcome to Who Needs Sleep, the day. I lied. I had a bit of a nap. I have had a nap. So I've had 4 hours, and then an hour. I'm a tad concerned. Inky didn't sleep too well last night. Obviously I was up and down and and around drifting about last night from about 2 o'clock in the morning, and she's not feeling particularly well. I think she's gone down with my plague. If not, it could just be nerves. She could be worried about the kids, worried about going to work. But I don't know, I'm just a little concerned. You know, I got up, made her some breakfast, just something light just to keep her stomach, you know, something to drink, and then she went off into work, bless her. I hope she has a good day. I've got everything nailed down at home. We've seen Mum. Mum popped round to make sure everyone was doing good because her mum took Inky into work this morning. Thank you. I am attacking turn, and Big Man's still feeling groggy as balls, and Noodles a bit. I'm full of snot, so that's gravy. And I mean, we are concerned about Inky because I spent a bit of time this morning just howling, facing over the toilet, just not feeling great, and not the kind of groove you want just before Christmas, but it is normal in our family. Both Inky and I were sickly children, so you know, to not be sick over Christmas would be really, really weird. Got stuff done. Boys have been fed. They're all happy and rad. They've been really good so far, chilling out, playing games and stuff like that. Must clean up the amiibos in the game room if William hasn't done it already, because he's really worried that we're going to step on him, but he's left them all over the floor. But yeah, rad. I'm going to head up in a minute though, and I'm going to try, whilst it's quiet, I'm going to go and try some Destiny 2 on Stadia. I'll go control pad rather than keyboard and mouse, and I'll go browser based rather than through the Chromecast, and just see how it goes. I'll probably use like the Xbox pad or something, see how it plays. Inky has set up cross save. That was one of the first things she did this morning when I got her up, because I got her up a little bit earlier. So like I said, she could have something to eat. She hopped into our account so she could enable cross save, and moved her hunter over to was it Hunter she's playing as? It is. Moved her hunter over to Destiny 2, and now she's happy that she can move between Xbox and Stadia and PlayStation if she wants. Most people we know that play Destiny will be playing it on either Xbox or Stadia, so those are our two platforms of choice. But I'll give it a go, see how it is. I know it's probably not going to be as sharp. I know the controls aren't going to feel quite as tight, but I can play the game on a goddamn pasty if I want to. Like, if you could jam an Ethernet cable into a pasty. But, I mean, I'll go up and I'll stream it and see how it goes. And then we'll update. There's amiibos absolutely everywhere. Come on. Tidy all up. Destiny on Google Stadia. Power on. Oh man, how do I go into this? Are we zoomed in or zoomed out? Hang on. That's bad. Zoom out a bit. Why is that zoomed in so much? That's bizarre. I don't know how to cover my groove here. I was so pissed off when I stopped my stream. I walked downstairs ranting to myself. So this isn't going to be the first time I'm going to try and put this down, okay? So does that mean that Stadia and Destiny 2 were bad? No. No, they weren't. First things first, I screwed up the stream. I set it up, the video was going out fine, the audio was going out fine, the green screen was on, it was great. I got a call from Inky. I tell Inky I'm playing Destiny. She's okay at work at the moment. She's got a headache. She's not feeling particularly great, but you know, she's powering through. And she's like, "Oh, you're playing Destiny without me?" And I said, "Well, I thought that the opening to Destiny 2 would be like Destiny 1, where it was a a one-player instance. So you have to do this single piece by yourself before you can go into the multiplayer section. It turns out that Destiny 2 isn't like that. In fact, the section that I thought I was playing that was the opening to Destiny 2 isn't the opening to Destiny 2. It's called New Light, but I'll get to that in a second. I was having these weird issues with my control pad. Like all of a sudden my character was like walking sideways or staring up at the ceiling, and I was like, why is it doing that? There's no reason for this. Like, because I have my Xbox 360, Xbox One control pad plugged into the computer, and all of a sudden, like, my connection would drop, and I was dropping frames on the stream, and I was like, staring up at the fucking ceiling, and my character was side strafing, and it was doing my head in. I was like, right, I'm going to try plugging in my PS4 control pad. Not like that's going to help with connection issues, but just my connection was being janky in the house. And I plug in the DualShock pad, and all of a sudden the game music stopped. So I fiddle around and I get the audio back. Get the game audio back. And little do I know that for like an hour I didn't have any mic audio, because the DualShock 4 had hijacked my main audio out and my main audio in, and defaulted it to Linux, had defaulted it to the input-output on the control pad. So I'm just like talking to myself, and there's like no one would be able to hear a word I was saying. No one was actually there to watch it anyway, but initially it felt a bit wobbly. When I was using the Xbox pad, it felt kind of janky. It felt like I was having a few connection issues. There was a bit of lag there, but I was still consistently hitting the target. As I plug in the PS4 pad and I'm moving around, my connection starts to clear up. I am consistently hitting the target. It's not like I'm looking down the sights, I'm firing, and I'm tracking towards an enemy to hit them in the chest or whatever. I am consistently pulling up the sights and BAM! Putting them on in their head. You know, I'm consistently getting critical hits like I do on PS4 and Xbox. So latency to not an issue with Destiny. Sometimes it feels a bit wibbly, but it's not that bad. I am still able to consistently hit the target. I am still yet to die in combat. So, fuck yes, it's not that bad. I also don't think the Xbox 360 pad seems to play all that well with Stadia. It just feels like, because there's so much travel in the stick, it just feels like there's some dead zone things going on there that could do with being fine-tuned. However, Destiny is kind of neat in that if you're playing on an Xbox pad, it puts on Xbox overlays. If you're playing on a PlayStation 4 pad, it puts on PlayStation overlays. Brilliant, because I mean, they've already got the overlays programmed in from the PS4 and Xbox version, so that was rad. But anyway, so why were you getting wound up then, Skaz? Well, like I said, first off, the audio problem. The controls felt comfortable once I was used to it, and then all of a sudden I'm walking around and I'm hearing character dialogue coming from all these different places, and I'm like, what the fuck are these guys talking about? At one point I hear some NPCs going, oh man, yeah, the tower has fallen, and I'm like, the tower has fallen? The tower being the main hub in Destiny 1. It was like the main point that you, the Guardian, go to get your missions and stuff. Like, then where the fuck am I now? Where am I? What's going on? And this other guy's like, shh, 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 don't talk about it, shh. I'm like, what's going on? And I find the main guy from the Titans, and he points me off to someone else who happens to be the head of the Warlocks, and she points me down to earth, and I'm like, oh, hang on, I've met two of you, but I haven't met the third guy, who's the head of the Hunters, who Inky really likes. Is it Cade? Or whatever. He's not there. And I was like, okay, I'm not here. Go down to Earth and do such and such a mission. So I'm like, okay, not just... Because you replay the part of the Destiny 1 story, the Destiny 1 mission, where you're going through the Cosmodrome and you've just been woken as a Guardian. Your ghost wakes you up and you go through and you're doing the stuff, you get your ship and all that fluff. And I'm like, okay, this is just like a nice retelling of Destiny 1's intro for some reason. And I remember Abraxas telling me, yeah, you get cut. The reason you haven't got any of your gear anymore in Destiny 2, even if you move your character up, is because you don't, you've been cut from the light of the Traveller. None of this is established. I get sent down to Earth, and these characters are talking to me about these quests. I'm like, oh, hey, you didn't tell me such and such was back on Earth. And I'm like, who are you? Who are these characters that are talking to me? They're telling me about places and things that are going on, but I have no idea what they're talking about. None at all. I was completely clueless. What the hell was going on? And so I go back to where the new tower thing or whatever, and this woman gives me, the woman who deals with your spaceship in Destiny 1, she's like, oh hey, do you want to know about some shit that's happened before, like the old school, the missions of old, or some of the really tough battles that Guardians have faced back in the day? Yeah, talk to me about that, because I know that shit. And she has like 3 legacy missions, and I was like, is that legacy like Destiny 2 legacy? Or is that like, you know, so like let's say for example an MMO has a new expansion, because Destiny is technically an MMO, they kind of tuck quests and things out of the way so that, you know, they streamline a storyline, and then you can kind of do the other stuff as an optional. Is that what that is, or is that Destiny 1 content? I don't know, so I'm not going to touch them. I'm just going to stick with what it considers the main quest, because to me at this point this is the default path, this is how the game is supposed to start. And so I go back down to Earth, and they're still talking to me about all this fucking random stuff. I have no idea what they're talking about. I have no idea who any of the characters are. They're supposed to know me, or I'm supposed to know them. And then Rain comes in, and Rain tells me that my audio's fucked. I fix it, and then he says, I say, Rain, first off, did you get anything about Rise of Iron in your lore thing for your character when you moved it up to D2? And he said he couldn't remember. I said, but either way, it doesn't really seem to matter, because it just gives you like some extra points or something in your character log or whatever. Has annoyed me, but I'm not too fussed, because it mentioned all the other stuff, and Rise of Iron sucked balls. I said to Rain, you know, what is the ending to Rise of Iron's story? Because I thought I'd got to the end, it said I'd completed it, what was the end? And he said, oh yeah, you take on the corrupted Iron Lords. And I was like, is that the 3 big fuckers that you have to take down with the axe? And he said, yeah. I was like, alright, I've done it. Even though it's not telling me that I've done it. So fuck them, I've done it. I've streamed it, I've proved I've done it. I say, so, just a quick question, why is it I'm hearing all of these characters talk to me like I'm supposed to know what's going on? I don't understand what's happening. Have I missed any content here? Have they rewritten things or whatever? And he said, yeah, pretty much they've streamlined all the content. Like this is the new start. They've got a new starter mission called New Light, and you get resurrected and you do the Cosmodrome mission. Because apparently originally you're supposed to start in the tower when this new force turns up that kicks the ever-loving shit out of you and the people in the tower, and you get stripped of the Traveler's Light. I'm like, fuck. And he said, well, don't worry about it, mate. You're not missing anything. Just check it out on YouTube. And I got so fucking angry. I got so wound up. I actually stopped the stream. I was like, dude, I don't know if I can play Destiny 2 if they've streamlined, rewritten, and moved the story about. Because that, to me, is the best part of Destiny. Like, have I missed content? I actually started feeling angry about, you know, my old guildmates and my old teammates not finishing Rise of Iron when we said we would, and then having us hold back Destiny 2 to the point that we could have potentially missed story. Because I don't want to get some kind of digest. Someone like, oh, look, here's a little thing, and I'm going to, you know, yep, smells like Destiny story, rip out a page. That tastes like Destiny story, but it isn't fucking Destiny story because I'm not experiencing it. You know, that whole tell, not show thing. I want to do it. I want to experience it. You know, because the Traveller and you know, the Fallen and the Taken and the Vex and all this. It's a really good story. It's a solid lore. And he said, no, just watch it on YouTube. I can't do that. It's going to ruin it for me. So, as I say, I'm really frustrated that I'm now doing this whole New Light thing. I'm not seeing the intro as people who started Destiny. I got really angry. I was like, fucking Divine and fucking DeWalt and everyone else. Fuck you guys. We should have done this stuff ages ago when we said we were going to fucking do it. But now I've missed chunks of the story. I'm going to have to watch some shitty YouTube video or whatever. Like people who didn't get to experience Peter Dinklage as the Ghost. When I started Destiny, Peter Dinklage was the Ghost. and I really enjoyed Peter Dinklage's performance as the Ghost, and then they changed it to Nolan North, and I was just like, no. But I feel bad for people who didn't get to experience it and only get to experience it in videos because they don't have that same punch to the gut that you just survived a firefight and Dinklage drops like a fucking one-liner and you're like, yeah! It doesn't resonate any. So, now I do a bit of reading and it turns out that I can potentially, maybe possibly, do the original Destiny missions through those legacy quest things. That's what they are. You don't have to do them. They are there, you can do them once if you wish. But those are the missions that set up the fucking story. So it's like, if like, I can't remember what it was, but like the Red something or other is that the Red War or something like that is supposed to be the initial opening of Destiny 2 all that time ago. If that's how the story is fucking established, why didn't you still keep this at the start? Don't streamline the goddamn story, leave it where it was. Make it like Destiny 1, where it's like, oh, you've got your ship, now you go here, then you go here, then... Make us go through the fucking story. You spent all that time writing a story. There are some people out there, I watched a video about it, that didn't even know that was the story. That there was a story there for them to play. I'm going to have to like message Hex and some of the other Linux guys and say, like, have you guys done the legacy stuff, or are you just doing New Light, which is now tagged as main quest? Because if that's what you're doing, you're missing the lore. You're missing the story. That's why everything feels so disconnected. Oh, Charlie, you're not happy with my ranting? There's a dog over here. See? Like, stop getting angry, mate. It's just a game. But Charlie, they're fucked with the story. I'm not like a lot of Destiny players where I only play Destiny for the pew-pews and all that. I like the story. I really like the story, and I don't like the idea that I could have missed out or people could miss out. It's one thing I hate about MMOs. When they do drastic changes to MMOs and you miss story. You miss original lore. It's dumb. Instance the fucking thing if you need to. But make sure it's clear where it is and what it's for. I mean, I guess they hinted it when the woman says, hey, I've been through all the battles, if you want to know about them, just talk to me about it. Fuck. You should have made that the start of the game. Make people play through the content before they do the whole New Light fluff. I guess because New Light is supposed to be what establishes the start of the... It's the new free-to-play era of Destiny. With the exception of, I think it's like the Fallen DLCs, which you have to pay for, but still. How annoying! I was like, I don't know if I have the heart to tell Inky that we've missed all the content. So I'm hoping we can actually go back and do the entire story, because there's apparently 3 campaigns we've got to do. And then we can do New Light. Please don't have it. Please don't let us have missed content. I will be fucking devastated if it turns out we have missed missions. Destiny 2's done to me. It doesn't matter how well it plays. It looks beautiful, by the way. And yes, again, it does play really well on Stadia. But if I've missed content, I don't want to play it. I don't want to play it. Because that was a world I got quite attached to. You know, I can still go back and play Destiny 1's story. I can still play, is it like the Dark Below and the House of Wolves. I can still play Taken King. I can still play Rise of Iron in Destiny 1, but I can't fucking do... Can I please make sure that all of the story is still there intact in Destiny 2? Just because, like, seasons have gone by, because obviously games now have fucking seasons. Destiny is an online... MMO, RPG, first-person shooter, but still, they could have done that in a much, much cleaner way. A much cleaner way. I loved going back to the Cosmodrome. Don't get me wrong, I loved it. Seeing my Guardian be resurrected by the Ghost again and fucking rocking my way through that first that opening section again. Looked beautiful, played great. I need that story fix. You know, when I see other people say, "I just watch it on YouTube," and you know, it fucking kills me. I want to experience it. To say that the content was there once and now it isn't, it destroys me. It destroys the game for me. So cross your fingers that it is there. I don't know if I'm going to play again between now and when Inky comes home, or if we're actually going to have a go when Inky comes home, but oh my god. If you play Destiny 2, at the start of the game, when you get to the hub world, speak to the woman who does the whole ship thing. She will say she has experienced previous Guardian battles. Get the legacy quests and start with whatever the one is that was in red. Do it. That was the original start of the game. But it controls pretty good. Just saying. Half for pizza. For tea. That's. I know that's not a half. Shut up.
Is your destiny.
Done the first mission, Dad. The new opening mission. You can't see her, but she is there. Look! One.
The last survivors of humanity's collapse call the city home.
Very pretty.
This is why I brought you back. To defend them. And to reclaim our lost worlds.
You've got your character back in her level 1 duds. Not your shiny iron brew coloured gear.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, they gave you all those at the start, did they?
Yep.
I didn't even check mine. It just started me off as striker, and I left it as that.
I was playing Gunslinger on the previous one.
Yeah, because we used Golden Gun to take down the gate. What was the Gate Lord of the Vex? Fucking ugh. Just quickly, Inky. You need to go to.
The way of the outlaw.
Whilst you're like literally sat there and gushing over how pretty the game is, you need to Inky.
What?
Quest.
What quest? Oh, Stubborn Oak. I fucking love the name of the fucking guns. Butler.
Apparently there's an auto rifle that I should get called the Origin Story.
Right.
So apparently it's a really good auto rifle. I must get it.
What's a good fucking climb balance?
I have to press down to do that now. Press down on the D-pad. Yeah, Inky, quest. So I'll show you where the quest is so I can go away.
Quest. I like you being here.
Yes, I know, but I want you to find the quest.
Alright, quest.
I don't think they're gonna, follow the marker. And I'll tell you to go and speak to, well for me it told me to spoke to.
Spoke to.
Told me to speak to, Zalvala? I can't remember his name now. You know, slap that bald guy. Fucking blue guy.
The awoken guy. The woke!
Boo.
Huh. Make a snowball. We can have snowball fights! How do I throw it? Oh, like that.
Like that.
I almost died.
Because you had frostbite. Welcome to the tower, I'm the commander. I fucking know! I fought a war alongside you in the last game, don't you remember? I should be the leader of the Titans.
No, you should be the leader of Team Ironbrew, but you're not.
No, I'm not. I am not. Guildmaster Jimmoth.
Get your ass into Game Boy!
Start fucking shaking. And we don't care about your house, your job, or your marriage. Get in game.
We can play cross-platform now, bitch.
What? No, we can cross-save. We can't play cross-platform. So if we want to play with Lakey, we have to go on our Xbox. If we want to play with Jimmy, we still have to launch up the PlayStation, and mine has to take fire and catch off, catch fire and you know words.
Right, quest.
Yeah. Press. Go. Follow that. Right. That down there. I think. Yeah. Round there. That way.
I don't trust your fucking directions, babe.
Right way. I was reading the map upside down, alright?
Oh, yeah.
That way.
And then you fucking moan at...
What's because you're wrong?
Shut the fuck up.
I think it was over there. No, back.
There she is.
Yeah. There, yeah.
All right here, Hunter. Hey there.
There you go, yep. And this is the red one. Legacy content, red one.
Hello, move fast. Do something for you?
And then you hit, get the red one. And 1 second, humanity's last pick up. Okay, so if you press the B button and then go to the map button, so it says new mission available with the red icon thingy. No, not that one. Yeah, and then you press that. And that's supposed to be how Destiny 2 starts, so you have to actually launch the... Yeah. There you go.
What? We don't fly there anymore? We don't go out of space first and then shoot?
And there you go. That's supposed to be the start of Destiny.
There he is. There's my man.
There you go. I haven't charged any batteries in any cameras in the last couple of days, so just hope this works. Yeah. Inky's just gone and rocked our way through part of the start of the kind of original start of Destiny 2, and she's just gone out and flat out said it is the more grab you by the balls and twist start to the story. It is the better of the two intros. It sets you on a course, unlike the Cosmodrome one, where you basically redo the start of Destiny 1, or you literally just redo the first mission or so of Destiny 1, and then they throw you into this new area that you have no idea why you're there, or where it is, or whatever, because all that stuff is established in the Destiny 2 base opening. So, like, Inky met up with a bunch of characters. Something happened in Inky's story. The tower got attacked from Destiny 1. She gets booted off to the base of the tower, meets up with a bunch of other people who then take her to the area that I was just randomly dropped into from the new Destiny opening. It made more sense going through the Destiny 2 opening. Although, I will say, it's not all bad about the... Because, I love the way the Cosmodrome bit looks. The Destiny 1 intro looks in Destiny 2. Very nice, it plays very well, and it gives you just enough of a taster about why the Traveller, the big ball in the sky in Destiny, why that's important. And why the war is happening, kind of thing. But other than that, it doesn't really give you a lot. Whereas, if you play the Destiny 2 opening, and you go into, or the original Destiny 2 opening, after you've come from Destiny 1, your character is established as a badass. You have no reason to think that your character is a badass in Destiny 2 if you haven't played Destiny 1. You're just some rando. So I kind of get the groove. I just don't like it. when you think about it, in a lot of ways, you really should play Destiny 1 before you jump into Destiny 2. But some people just want shooty bang bang, and I've spoken to a lot of people about Destiny, and they only really give a crap about just running around shooting things. For me, as I said earlier, Destiny, the thing about Destiny that gets me is the lore. It's the story. So because a lot of people complained, oh, Destiny 2, the gunplay is bad, the guns aren't as interesting, this and that isn't as interesting as in Destiny 1. I was like, but none of that has anything to do with the story. And from what I've played of it, and don't get me wrong, I've played it like a bit later, they've changed things, they've probably rebalanced things. It feels great as a shooter. It really does. A bit easy, and I think I actually might have died once, but that was just because of me being a twat. But the one thing that did get me, change-wise, was the special attacks now. You fill up your special bar, and now you can do a special attack more than once. You can like do it. For my character as a striker, I think I could jump and slam into the floor and cause a shockwave like 3 or 4 times. In Destiny 1, you did that once, and the bar was empty. In Inky's case, as her hunter, she had this move, the golden gun, I think. And she could fire twice in Destiny 1, whereas now she can fire like 4 or 5 times. And it just, initially when you do it, it feels really weird. But hopefully all of the content is available under the Legacy Quests section. I wish they'd done a bit better to kind of tie it together, to tell you that the stuff was there, to tell you why it was there. They should have probably given you an option at the start, like if you've imported a character from Destiny 1, do you want to run through the initial Destiny 2 start that follows on directly from Destiny 1, or do you want to do the kind of streamlined New Light quest path and go kind of over this way? They should have given you the option at the start, or it should have just kind of made that decision for you, having a character from the first game kind of thing. Like if you have a new character, then let you go through New Light. Otherwise, but it's fun. We did have a bit of an issue though, didn't we? Because our connection started to tank, and we couldn't both play at the same time. Because I did try to hop in to point Inky through to the hangar, and because you had your Stadia set to like super high quality, and I had mine set to like super low quality, and then my laptop was running updates, and just at that point our connection was like, nope, we're not doing this. You can have some pixels on your screen, you can have a stuttery mess, figure it out.
I'm still going through killing things and stuff.
Yeah, let's put it this way. A stuttery connection did not stop Inky from stabbing everything within 5 miles. So, I mean, I said that to our Brax. I said, well, Inky's happy. He goes, oh yeah, really? How'd you know? I go, because she stabbed pretty much every enemy that's come near. I go, I don't even think I've seen her fire a single shot yet. But, yeah, it's going to be neat. I'm going to make sure that we've got the Xbox version up to date for playing with the Braxis and 3D. And Zaber, if Zaber wants to play, I don't have to keep the Stadia version up to date because it's always up to date. The only one we're not really going to be able to play is PS4 because my PS4 is janky and you haven't got PlayStation Plus. Excuse me, I'm watching.
I have got PlayStation Plus.
No, you haven't.
Have I not?
Nope. So, no, yours expired. Yours has expired. I paid an entire year for mine and wish I didn't.
I'm sure I did, because it comes out every September.
No, you haven't got it on your account, you didn't have it. Not that it matters, in the grand scheme.
My day off is going to be...
Chaos?
Yeah.
But,
easier than my day on at work.
do you want to know what the sad thing is? We've still got a guild, but we can't do anything with it. Or we've still got a clan, but we can't do anything with it. Because old Jimmy ain't there.
Bless our Jimmy.
I'm looking forward to playing Destiny 2 still. I mean, initially I was a bit pissed. I mean, I rage quit the stream earlier, but after seeing that intro mission and that we can actually play the stuff, and Abraxas has confirmed that is the stuff that we we should have had at the start anyway. I'm not too bothered. We'll see though, we'll see, because there's going to be some point where the game's going to go, nope, you're not going to play any of the new stuff, and then I'm going to cry. But, whatever. I mean, it has to be neat to get everyone together though. Wait, hang on, do you want to go on the Stadia? So I'm going to head off. Hang on. We hope you're well. Hello, baby. And I'll charge some batteries and we'll see you all with a bit of luck tomorrow. I just don't like it when content disappears from a game, that's all. Just don't like it. Didn't even like it when Fantasy Star Online 2 did it either. Oh, just leave if you turn the control. Yeah. I'll come on in a sec. Have you turned it on, Inky? You pressed and held. Yeah, there you go. That is the longest load time you have on Stadia. Actually starting it.